Hello, guys, and welcome back to Christian Finance for your daily financial content. And today, as you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about a rather controversial topic, specifically about BlockFi and lending platforms. And trust me, the last thing I want to be doing as a big crypto believer is spreading FUD in the space. However, give me some time here and I'm going to explain my reasoning why we should be extra wary and cautious when it comes to platforms like BlockFi and other lending centralized platforms. But first, as always, let's just take a look at the crypto markets really quickly. The overall crypto market cap is almost back at the 1 trillion. And then we got Bitcoin at a 21.5. I was telling you guys that for a while we're going to be over the 1,000 Ethereum and 20,000 Bitcoin. And although we dipped for a slight amount of time, we're well over that. Right now, as long as the stock market keeps correcting slightly in the short term, then the crypto space is going to be good. But I do think we're going to dip lower before we eventually go and break all-time highs in a few years. So overall, short to mid-term, I'm bearish on the crypto space. And then long-term on Bitcoin specific, I'm very bullish. No financial advice. I just did my research. I want you guys to do yours as well. Now let's get to the meat of the video, and that is why am I saying that if you're holding anything in BlockFi, you should be wary right now? Simple. Celsius, as you guys all know, was arguably the biggest lending platform. And guess what? A couple of weeks ago, even though their CEO, Alex, was quite bullish and talking only positive things, one day out of nowhere, boom, decides to stop withdrawals and transfers. And this really hits home to me because, as you guys know, I am a big believer in the crypto space, and a lot of my friends are in the crypto space. As you guys all know, you're the average of the top 5 people you surround yourself with, and a lot of them have the same interests as I do. And I talked to a few people that were holding quite a bit of funds in Celsius. Now, I'm not talking like their whole life savings like certain other people, but these guys were all holding thousands of dollars in there. And now I would give it a 95% chance they're never going to see that money again, right? So it's a huge lesson. And I know people say, hey, you got to learn from your mistakes, which I 100% agree with. And now knowing that Celsius, which is the biggest centralized lending platform, just went belly up, why would you leave your money in the second biggest one when the first one just is on the verge of going bankrupt, right? It just doesn't make logical sense to me. I'm a big believer in not your keys, not your crypto, right? And I always suggest to everyone that they use a ledger and they remove as much long-term investments out of regular exchanges and just leave them somewhere in cold storage where you know you're going to be safe, right? Think about even if there's a 20% chance that BlockFi does the same thing as Celsius and freezes all withdrawals, why would you risk that 20% and leave thousands of dollars in there over you just earning 5% APY as the reward of you leaving your money in there, right? I mean, to me, it just doesn't make much sense. But this video isn't to tell you, hey, remove all your funds from the centralized lending exchanges, but instead it is just to give you guys a reminder of, hey, what could happen, and to really make you guys think about making the best possible plan for you. Now, if you really thought about it and you're like, you know what, I'm a risk taker, I got tons of money, I got a few thousand in there, even if there's a 20% chance I lose it, I don't care. Great, you made that decision. But I know in Celsius there were multiple people that had all of their life savings. I mean, if you go onto their Twitter, it's actually one of the saddest things of looking at all the people that are literally telling Celsius that all their life savings are in there because they trusted the company, they trusted the CEO, and now they're basically screwed. I'm sure that the worst has happened to some of these people, unfortunately, right? And this always takes me back, always take care of your mental health, right? It's thing number one. If you're not here mentally, you won't be able to achieve anything at all, right? So as I always keep exaggerating, do your meditations, eat healthy, sleep a lot, drink lots of water, exercise, right? So this way you know you're good in the head. And investing especially is one of those things that it is 90% mindset and 10% skill set, right? And too many people focus on the 10% without putting any effort into the 90%, right? So work on that. And again, I have told all my friends, all the people that have asked me, I have recommended to them that they really take a look at their BlockFi holdings and make sure that they're comfortable holding in there and are okay with a company potentially going bankrupt and them losing all of their cryptos in there, right? But again, my purpose is just to let you guys make the best possible choice. Now, yes, this right here is good and bad news. Sam Bankman-Fried, who obviously is trying to help out the crypto space. Obviously, he gave 250 million to BlockFi and 500 million to Voyager, which is good. But again, right after the Celsius incident, BlockFi actually came out with a statement that they're actually in a very good position. And then, not even a week later, Sam from FTX has to come and save them apparently, right? But that's the thing, because the whole market unfortunately is still unregulated completely. They tell you one thing, but the actuality is completely different, right? So that's what I'm saying, just be wary, right? Don't put any money in there that you're not willing to lose, right? That's just the point I really want to hammer home. And I really do hope, for the sake of the crypto space, that BlockFi does survive and it's actually in a good position. What will be even better if somehow Celsius can make a comeback. But unfortunately, just because of all the evidence I've seen going the other way, I really do think that unfortunately all those people that, again, have literally put their life savings in there will never see that again, right? And I think that should be a huge lesson to everybody, to just be really wary and, in my personal opinion, put majority of your holdings in a cold storage wallet. This way you know it's yours, you know you have control of it. The crypto space in general is already risky enough for you to just lose all your coins and hard-earned money just because of a mistake that's not even your fault, but a company just making bad decisions and going bankrupt, right? That's just my 2 cents on the situation. I would love to hear you guys' feedback and perspective. What do you think of BlockFi? Do you think it will follow suit with what Celsius has done, or do you think they're in a better position, especially now that Sam has given them the 250 million? I would love to hear that. Please smash a like and subscribe to the channel. I do put a lot of effort into giving you these daily videos and showing me that you guys are appreciating the hard work. Let me know what other similar content you'd like to see in the finance space. And as always, guys, stay diversified.